Welcome to MobileTechExplained.com. This video will continue the keyboard tutorial. Select Messages in the top left corner to bring up the keyboard. I'm going to show you several commonly unknown keyboard tips. Most people don't know this, but if you hold your finger down over a key, it brings up a subset of menu options. Notice when I hold the Z, it brings up various symbols and Zs, which are used in other languages. Notice the C has the accent mark above it. Not every key has the subset menus, however. Next, I want to look at easy ways to edit a sentence or your text as you type. As I write out this sentence, if I hold my finger down, it brings up this magnifying glass. This makes moving my blue cursor around easier. If I don't want to move the cursor, I can click off of it to bring up these options. Here I'm going to hit Select All, and it highlights the whole sentence. This gives me options for my highlighted text. The most common is cut or copying text. I can use the cut and copied text in between different apps. I'm going to type the word Google, then hold my finger down to bring the menu options. I'm going to choose Select All. Notice there's a little arrow in the right. This gives even more options if I click on it. But for now, I'm just going to hit Cut. I'm going to switch to another app by hitting the Home button. Then I'm going to select the Safari web browser. On the top, I can enter the web address that I'd like to go to. If I hold my finger down, it gives me the option to paste my selected text. Once I've pasted it, notice that it's predicting what I want to go to, Google Maps or Google Translate. I can click on those or type it out. Just like we learned earlier, you can actually hold your finger down over the dot and it will bring up these options. Highlight what you want to enter and let go, and it will automatically enter it. I have a whole tutorial series on how to use the Safari and other web browsers. We won't look at those today. For now, hit the Home button and let's go back to our messages to look at the keyboard again. As I showed you earlier, you can actually hold your finger down on different keys to bring up the subset menus. These are helpful when trying to write in another language, but because this is an English keyboard, it automatically tries to correct when I type in Spanish, for example. Notice the red dots under the word estás. The iPhone autocorrect is telling me that this is a misspelled word. The difficulty of autocorrect becomes more apparent when you write in another language that is not very closely related to English or Latin based. Here I'm writing a greeting in Tagalog or Filipino, and notice that it corrects all the words and comes out as nonsense. I'm going to show you a few tricks that may be helpful when trying to write in other languages and other keyboards. I'm going to purposely misspell the Spanish translation. Again, notice the red dots under the Spanish word you. Let's exit by hitting Home, then click on the Settings app. Select General. Scroll down and select Keyboard. Here you will be given many options to customize your keyboard. As I showed earlier, with the autocorrection on, it does not recognize foreign words and makes it difficult to type in other languages. Turning this off allows you to type in non-English words. You can also turn off other settings. For example, double tapping the spacebar enters a period, you can turn that off. Another great feature for the keyboard is the shortcuts. Select on it here. It has a shortcut added OMW, which spells out on my way. Let's add a new phrase. Select Shortcuts. I'm going to add the shortcut phrase, how are you? Just making something up. The letter shortcuts to this will be HAY. Hit Save in the corner. Now when I enter the letters HAY, it's going to say, how are you? So I don't have to type it out. I'm going to show you an example of this. I'm going to go back to my text messages app, delete what I have here, and then type in those letters HAY. Notice it says, how are you? I hit the spacebar to enter the suggested text. Let's go back to our keyboard settings by hitting Home and then click on the Settings app. Click on the Keyboards menu. This is a commonly unknown feature, but you can actually add different keyboards. Click Add New Keyboard to browse through them. You can add different alphabets and characters like Chinese and Arabic. I'm going to scroll down and select the Emoji Keyboard. Emoji is not an alphabet, it's actually pictures and symbols. I'm going to choose a few other keyboards to demonstrate later. I'm scrolling down to select the Hebrew keyboard. If I chose the wrong keyboard, I hit Edit in the corner, then the minus sign or slide to the left to delete, then hit done. Now that I have my keyboards, let's try them out. Hit home, then go back to the messages icon. It now shows the Hebrew alphabet. Select the globe in the bottom corner, and you can change between different keyboards. I'm going to delete the text I have now and show you the Emoji Keyboard. Hold the globe and select Emoji. This brings up a whole bunch of symbols and pictures that you can enter in as text. You can choose between the different picture submenus. There are a lot of emoji pictures to choose from. If you make a mistake, just tap the backspace in the bottom right corner. Hold your finger over the globe in the left corner to switch between keyboards. Here I'm going to change to the Hebrew alphabet, or Aleph Bet. Notice the iPhone knows the Hebrew language as it reads right to left. Other keyboards such as Chinese also adapt. Go back to the English keyboard to see one more really great feature. When I'm using my keyboard and someone sends me a word that I may not know, I can actually use a dictionary built into the iPhone. If I type the word mobile, I can hold my finger down to bring up the menu options. Notice I can select all, paste, or replace. If I hit select, notice that I can now cut, copy, paste, or there's a little triangle on the right. Selecting that, it gives me the option to define the word. Because this is the first time I've used it, no definition is found. In the left corner, hit Manage, and it gives you multiple dictionaries that you can download. Hit the cloud and the arrow on the right to start the download. I recommend connecting to Wi-Fi first before the download starts. These do take time to download, so I'm going to skip ahead. Once completed, you'll see a black circle with a white X. Hit Mobile in the top left corner to go back. Hit Done in the right corner, and let's redefine the word. Hold your finger over the word, select, hit the triangle, then choose Define. Now it will bring me a definition of the word. As you saw earlier, you can download dictionaries in other languages. Hit Done in the top right corner to exit. And that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have other tips and tricks for the keyboard, please respond in the comments below. If this was helpful, please share with your family and click the like button. Toda, salamat, gracias, thanks.